A lot of commentary coming in from auto players, and that is something that we've been playing for you. In fact, our colleague spoke to Tata Motors. They say expect single-digit growth in intermediate, light and medium-duty commercial vehicles. This is the word coming in from Girish Wagh, who's the Executive Director of Tata Motors, speaking to my colleague Parikshit Luthra at the SIAM Annual Convention. He also bats for light, medium and heavy-duty trucks to be covered under FAME 3. Listen into what he had to say.
So we are working on three main areas as far as CapEx is concerned. The first thing is the entire sustainability transition. So whether it is about shifting our facilities to 100% renewable energy or becoming net water positive, zero waste to landfill, I think all the sustainability goals are well underway. By the end of this decade or much before that, I think we should be net positive on all this. In addition to that, in terms of the scope 3 emissions, which is a large part of our emissions, is the vehicular tailpipe emissions. I think that's where we are working on in terms of electrification. But as we know, the journey in commercial vehicles is going to be through alternate fuel. So we worked on fuel-agnostic platforms. So we move from diesel and petrol as a fuel to alternate fuel that is more of natural gas. We also move to flex fuel, and then finally we move to electric. Now within electric, we have been working on battery electric as a technology. We've also been working on fuel cell electric and hydrogen as a fuel in internal combustion engine. I think these are the technologies that we're working on as far as sustainability transition is concerned. In addition to that, I think we have been working on autonomous in terms of more of advanced driver assistance, which should help improve the productivity of the drivers in the country. And the overall digitalization piece, which is our fleet edge as an option or as an offering for the customer, which will help improve their productivity.
Right. On electrification of the portfolio, what's the current offtake of EVs in your total sales at the moment, and how much do you expect this to increase by 2030?
So the current offtake still remains in lower single digits, right? But I think the good thing is we have now more than 5,000 ACE electric and around 3,000 electric buses running on the roads. The buses have covered more than 200 million kilometers cumulative. ACE has covered more than 43 million kilometers cumulative. So we have a very good experience under the belt. We've also seeded some of the electric heavy commercial vehicles in specific applications to understand how they are performing. So I think in variety of applications, we have seeded our electric vehicles. I think we are also looking at clarity on the FAME incentive, which all of us are aware about. I think FAME 2 ended a few months back before the general elections. I think we are now looking at FAME 3 being rolled out. And we are also expecting as a commercial vehicle industry that the FAME 3 also includes N2 and N3 trucks, because it was limited to N1 category, which is up to 3.5 tons. We want N2 and N3, which is light, medium, heavy, to be included. We also want private buses to be included. And since for long distance haulage, I think hydrogen internal combustion engine is a good technology. Maybe we are also requesting the government to include this in the FAME incentive.
Right. Did the disruption in FAME, which stopped in March, affected sales right now of your electric portfolio, because the EMPS scheme does not cover anything but 2- and 3-wheelers? And is somehow the lack of clarity, lack of timelines on FAME 3 impacting manufacturing and future plans right now?
So fortunately for us, the buses which we are supplying as a part of the CSL tender are anyway covered under FAME. So that part of our business has not been impacted. Private buses are not yet as a part of FAME, which is another segment that we are pursuing. But we are requesting the government to include private buses also in FAME 3. I think there has been some impact on the small commercial vehicle, where the FAME incentive was almost equivalent to 15 to 20% of the price to the customer. But here I think we have also come up with a new offering, which does give better total cost of ownership to the customer. But if you ask me, we are certainly looking forward to the government coming up with the FAME 3 scheme, and also include some of these segments which are not covered today.
Give us a sense of some of the priority launches for you in the remaining part of this fiscal and maybe the early part of FY26.
Right. So I think we have a very wide portfolio from half a ton payload going right up to 55 ton gross vehicle weight and 7-seater passenger carrier to 55-seater. I think we keep on coming up with variants and launches across the range, and we will continue to do so, including electric vehicles. So we do have electrification of the portfolio undergoing. So as we go ahead this year, we will launch a few more electric vehicles also. And of course, I think with the government's focus on alternate fuel, we will have some coming on CNG and LNG fuels also.
So how many electric and how many alternate fuels?
So electric, of course, will be in single digit. But if you look at our IC engine portfolio, the kind of variants we come up with is generally in double, triple digits.
Okay. My final set of questions. When it comes to alternate fuels, what kind of portfolio, as of now, are you sure of having by 2030 if we were to ask you percentage-wise of different alternate fuels, electric and ICE?
So, I'll be very happy to give a specific percentage. I think that clarity certainly is not there. Even in CNG, if you recollect, in small commercial vehicles and light commercial vehicles, there was a good growth, which happened 2 years back. But then after that, the CNG prices started increasing and the growth actually declined. So after the Kirit Parikh committee report, there has been some stability in terms of CNG prices with respect to diesel. And we are now seeing the CNG market coming back first in intermediate and light commercial vehicles. And we expect that to happen in small commercial vehicles also. I expect that between small and light commercial vehicles, the penetration of CNG should be around 20% or upwards of 20%. I think electric penetration will also vary from segment to segment. I do expect a good double-digit penetration in buses. I do also expect the penetration reaching double digits in small commercial vehicles for electric. I think in heavy, long haulage trucks, it will take time, but the penetration will be in lower single digits.
Well, a very interesting conversation there with Tata Motors. Hopeful that there could be some extension as far as the FAME subsidies are concerned. Let's now slip into a short break. The management of Nitin